Hi, I'm Pat Baker. I created this visual aid called I Can Do It for families, and I wanted to show you in a visual way how it works because I find that that's the easiest way to understand it. This setup that you see here is a setup for a family, for an entire family. So you can put 7 family members onto the planner. Each one has a row that illustrates what they have to do for each day of the week. Each pocket has a group of cards in it that illustrate in chronological order what task is to be done in which order for each family member. So if the first thing that's expected of somebody to do is to get up in the morning and they find eating their breakfast in a timely fashion challenging, then their first card that they'll have in their pocket is an Eat Your Breakfast card. And when they've completed the task, the objective is to move the card over into the completed task card pocket. And this gives people a sense of completion so they can remember that it's time to move on to their next task. Their next task may be to go and brush their teeth. So they would go and brush their teeth and move their card along. And parents actually find that rather than reminding their children 10 times to do something, that their children are now coming to them and saying, "Mom, I just brushed my teeth." And you're saying, "Great job," rather than the usual, "Have you brushed your teeth yet? Have you brushed your teeth yet?" So what we're finding is that children are becoming more accountable for their responsibilities. And every person in a family, no matter what the age, can make some kind of contribution to the greater good. What we have here is parents also leading by example. Parents will have pockets of things that are relevant to the things they're doing for their family. And parents will also use it to remind themselves to take medication, or that it's their turn for a meal, or that they need to exercise, or that they need to walk the dog. So children are actually watching their parents modeling the behavior that they expect, which makes it much, much easier. In this generation, there's no such thing anymore as do as I say and not as I do. So this is how the family planner works. At the bottom, you'll see social cards. And social cards were put in the planner in order to prompt children to talk with their families, for families to interact and discuss behaviors that illustrate social values. So there are cards here like use my manners, share with others, cooperate, be a good friend, make sure everyone feels included, be kind. The reason that they have a separate pocket at the bottom is because there are many social behaviors that we cannot prompt, but we can initiate the awareness about them, and then our children, when they want the points and they want to, will come home and actually discuss it with their parents and tell them what they've actually done to illustrate particular social value. There are things like using my manners and repeats of all these cards that could actually be put in your child's pocket for every single day of the week as a prompt and a reminder that this is something that they're working towards. So there are repeats of every card in a pack. So you have enough cards to fill an entire weekday for 2 children, let's say on the same task. The blue cards represent personal tasks that each person is responsible for doing for themselves that no one can do for them, like exercise, brushing your teeth, taking your medication, brushing your hair, packing your PE gear. The purple cards teach children about negotiation and making a contribution to the greater good of their family, of their community. So these cards teach children all about life skills. These are fundamental life skills if our children are to grow up and be successful that they will need when they leave our home. The yellow cards are the social cards, and the orange cards are educational cards. And what that does is when it's used in the family application, it's used to help children break down their homework assignments to days where it's relevant. So if they studied math on Monday, they would probably have the math card in their pocket for Monday. If they have spelling on Friday, a spelling quiz, then they would have the spelling card in on Thursday, and perhaps even a Friday morning. Math, again, on a Wednesday, it would be in their Wednesday pocket. These are the components. In addition to this, there is the classroom connection that I'll illustrate for you a little bit later, to-do lists for older children and adults to transfer the tasks that are on the cards onto convenient lists that you can take with you out of the home. And there's also award certificates. I hope that visual demonstration was helpful. Thank you.